Alright, hello guys, welcome again. So today I'm going to be showing you how to install this Flutter script directly from Code Canyon. That's net. So you want to go ahead and type Code Canyon.net just the way it is here. Code Canyon.net, and then you're going to see an interface like this one. You can just go ahead and study the interface. Down here, you can search for what particular script you want. But for this video, I'm going to be showing you this StoryBox short drama and web series video streaming Flutter application. Works for both Android, iOS, web, and also has an admin panel. You can go through the documentation of this in order to get a better understanding of how the application works. But a quick overview of it, this is the kind of interface you're going to be seeing. You have its main features covering home, discover and watch, list and rewards, profile settings. This is how it basically looks like. So let's get started. You want to go ahead to click on this add to cart here. So what this is going to do is to bring up a pop-up with a couple of information about this script. Uh, the license type, this is a regular um, um, licensed script. It's a $99 script, and just want to get a add all of this, the number. You can just be increasing it depending on how many you want. All right. So now that we've gotten that, you can now go ahead to go to checkout here. We're not going to be doing that in this video because we've already purchased this script. So what we want to go ahead to do is to show you some other things like the tools that you need to get started. And by the way, when you go to checkout, you just need to put in your required credentials. If you've already added them, good. If you've not, you need to add all of them that are required and then go ahead to purchase. It's a straightforward process. I believe you can do it. Yeah. So now for the tools that we need two things majorly. One being our Flutter SDK, and also we need an IDE where we have to sort of like run this Flutter script. So I'm going to be starting with how to get the Flutter SDK. So we need to go to Flutter's official documentation. Yeah, over here you have docs.flutter.dev/install. And you're going to see a couple of things like install Flutter, learn how to install the Flutter SDK, all of that. So there are a couple of things in this documentation. You might want to sit down and look at it. But for the course of this video, I'm just going to be showing you quick go-tos and quick clicks. So you're going to click on quick start. Quick start, we want to set up and test our drive Flutter SDK. So select your preferred platform. We're going to skip uh, this download prerequisite for now because we're not going to be using it for now. I'm going to show you how to download and install Visual Studio from here in a bit. So first of all, we want to go ahead to use the manual download process. I do prefer the manual install of Flutter. This usually is just better for me, so I'm just gonna go ahead to show you this one. Where you click on install Flutter manually, and it's gonna redirect you down here. All right, so you have a tip here where you need to put into consideration. So if you've never set up or developed an app with Flutter before, you can go ahead to use this link to get started with Flutter. If you're just looking to quickly install Flutter, you can consider installing Flutter with Visual Studio Code. This is like a quick method. You just do it inside your Visual Studio Code. But for now, we're going to be using a manual method. So yeah, like before, you click on the preferred operating system that you want to use, and then like I said, we're going to be skipping this again, and then we come down to install and set up Flutter. So what we want to go ahead to do is to install the Flutter SDK, download the latest bundle from the SDK archive. So here's what we have basically. So we have Flutter Windows 3.38.7, which is a stable version at the time. So you want to go ahead and click on this. This is going to automatically get started with your um, Flutter SDK download. Now, once that is done, you want to go ahead to create a folder to store your downloaded Flutter SDK. So the way this is going to work is you sort of like need to create a new Flutter folder, and you have to extract the Flutter SDK from the downloaded zip file into this new folder you just created. You want to consider creating and using a directory at your user profile root directory. So it's going to be a sample of typical example is something like this. So where you have your C, you have your users, and you have your username here. You just want to go ahead and create develop. So this can actually be anything, all right. But one of the things that you should notice, you need to go ahead and select a location that doesn't have special characters or spaces in its path and doesn't require elevated privileges. So once that is done, you can now begin your extraction, which you sort of like need to use a certain command. This is the command down here where you have expand archive dash path, executive path, all of this. You just want to go ahead and copy with this icon here. And what things that you need to change are the current executive path here, as well as your destination directory path. And once that is done, you just update this, and it's gonna do the magic behind the scene. This is how it looks. All right, so this is a typical example of it. Just use this, and then you're good to go. Now, the next thing we need to do is to add Flutter to our path variable. So what we want to do is this is going to make Flutter accessible globally in our local machine. You want to go ahead to first of all determine your Flutter SDK installation location, which I believe by now you should already know where it is. So you want to go ahead and know it, and then navigate to the environment variable settings, where you can use this command below together. You want to go ahead to go to advanced settings, where you're going to see your environment variables, and you just want to go to user variables specifically. And then in your user variables, you can see something like path. So if your path entry already exists, you just need to double click on it and then edit the directory you want or the path that you want. But if it doesn't exist, you want to go ahead and create a new one inside there, and then you can edit it, and then finally add your Flutter bin path. So once you're done with that, you want to go ahead to confirm by clicking OK 3 times. This locks it in and says, okay, yeah, you've added your bin path before you close it. So to apply this change and get access to Flutter, close and reopen all command prompts. This is very important. So basically, if you use an existing command prompt, you are not going to see the changes. So what you need to do is to start all over again, open your command prompts all over again. That's what I mean, and then validate your setup. So what you want to do is to do this command flutter dash dash version, which is going to show you flutter 3.38.7, and then you need to also check out your dot version. This is going to confirm that okay, you've successfully installed Flutter SDK in your local machine. So now that that is done, you want to go ahead to get our IDE, integrated development environment, where we can now run our Flutter script directly in our IDE and see how it basically works. So for that, I'm just gonna go ahead to go back. Yeah, just go back because we already have that in the documentation. That was step 2 of the download prerequisite software, and we have here install and set up Visual Studio Code. So you just want to go ahead and click on the link, and it's going to redirect you to code.visualstudio.com/docs /setup overview. So this is the basic overview of Visual Studio Code and the editor. You just want to go ahead and read about it, set up VS Code for your platform, different platform, Mac OS, Linux, as well as Windows. So we're going to be using Windows. You just want to go ahead and click on this download button right here for your download to begin. So you need to select what option you need. So we have Windows, the DB, the RPM, and then Mac as well. So I'm going to be using Windows in this tutorial. Your download is already going to get started. And what you need to do next is to select your folder in which you want it to be. So I'm just going to select. And once that is done, you have your download completed. And now we want to go ahead to open our Visual Studio Code and then open inside it our Flutter script that we just purchased. Alright, so this is our Visual Studio Code down here. So I'm just gonna walk you through a couple of things like our postfed.yaml is our configurations here. We also have a lib folder, which is important. This is our lib folder. We have all of this here in our main.dart. So yeah, you can go ahead and run your Flutter script. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple of things. Let me show you what to do. So basically, this is a normal thing for every new script that you get. So what you need to do is to run a couple of commands to clear these errors. And those commands, first of all, you're gonna sort of like clean the code base. So I'm just gonna show you that in a bit. So first of all, we're gonna say flutter clean. So what this is gonna do basically is to clean our entire code base. Search for configurations. So our pubget is gonna download. Yeah, this is just basically it. And then you can now go ahead to think of selecting your preferred device to run this. So we can just say run. These are the commands that you need to get started. So once you do this, you can automatically run in your selected device. And that is just basically it. That's how to install a Flutter script directly from codecanyon.net. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.